Hey, I just finished watching Black Panther, and it's changed the way I think about superpowers. I know we've all compared superpowers. What superpower is better than another superpower? But man, this made me think about something totally new. What drives our superpowers? And are there better emotional drivers for superpowers? Better emotional drivers for us? And the answer is yes. If you're ready to learn about what drives the psychology of our superheroes and learn a little bit about what drives you, you got to check out this video. Hi, I'm Brett, your favorite shrink, and welcome. Welcome to My 5 Minds. This is where we're going to learn a new psychology called systemology with a P. Systemology is basically the study of how your brain works as a system. Your brain doesn't have one part, it has five different parts, and those 5 parts need to work together for you to feel better, do better, and be better. And that's what we're all about here on My 5 Minds. Today, particularly, what we're going to focus on is your emotional mind. We're going to help you understand your emotions. And the way we're going to do it, we're going to use our superheroes because they are an awesome example of what's driving us, of what fuels our own superpowers. And I want to help you understand what fuels you, which are your emotions. Now, the way we're going to get started is by setting up an understanding of what emotions are. Now, I know that sounds basic, but it's kind of embarrassing to say. Nobody knows. Psychiatrists, psychologists, social workers, psychotherapists, psychiatric nurses, nobody understands what emotions are. Is that weird? It's weird to me. I'm in the profession. I am the professional. And I can tell you, we don't know what it is. So, today I'm going to tell you though. I'm going to tell you what emotions are. And then once we understand emotions, then we're going to go and look at some examples so we can better see how these emotions working for us and against us. And my hope is to help you better understand yourself and your own emotions. Now, what are emotions? Well, we know that they're some kind of stimulation, some kind of response inside of our brain. And that response could be to stimuli outside, or it could be to stimuli inside. But much more than that, we don't know. Well, that doesn't tell us anything. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm horny. Those are all responses. Those are all biochemical responses within my body. But are those feelings? Are those emotions? I feel tired. I feel hungry. I feel horny. Are those really feelings? No. So our current definition is really insufficient. Now, I'm going to suggest that emotions are really easy. They're really easy to understand. What emotions are patterns. They're patterns of neurological signals sent from your limbic system, your emotional mind, down into your body. And then you notice those patterns proprioceptively. You feel in your body. And when you feel in your body what's going on, your body sends signals back up to your brain saying this is what's going on. Well, it's those neurological signals that are going on in your body which represent your emotions. Those neurosignals are both consistent and different. Here's what I mean. Every time you feel angry, that neurosignal, that pattern that's going on in your body, your nervous system, is the same. Otherwise, you would never know you're angry because it's always different. So when you feel angry, it's a consistent pattern within your body. And they're also different patterns because love doesn't feel like anger. Those neurosignals, those neural patterns that are going off in your body are different from each other. So love feels different than anger. Sorrow feels different than joy. They're different neuro experiences. Now, here's the cool part. If you can identify what those neuro experiences are, you can begin to control and understand your emotions. Now, learning about the patterns that make your emotions is probably more than what we can realistically do in a 10-minute YouTube video. So I'll put in the links below where you can go to my website, and I'm going to try and launch an online course where you can better understand what your feelings are about. But for today, I want to give you something. I don't want to have you walk away with nothing, because that's stupid. I want you to understand the basic fundamental difference in patterns between positive feelings and negative feelings. You know they feel different. You can feel how different these two things feel. Why? What's different about the neurological patterns that makes them feel so different? The answer is very simple. Collapse and flow. Check it out. Check it out for yourself. All positive emotions, love, joy, happiness, peace, contentment, all have an expansive quality to them. The energy, the neural signals going on in your body feel open and broad, flowing, going somewhere. They feel good. Anger, hurt, sorrow, fear, all of those negative emotions, they feel like they're collapsing. They feel like they're shutting us down. There's a tension, there's a clenching, there's a tightness within our body. The energy doesn't feel open. The energy feels like it's closing down. And that is the fundamental difference in patterns that you can feel from positive emotions to negative emotions. So let me give you just a really clear and basic idea of what emotions are. Emotions are energy, neurosignals in your body that you're picking up proprioceptively that are moving in different directions. Emotions simply are energy in motion. Or you can shorthand it as emotion. Emotions. Oh, is that simple? Is that easy? Now, let's apply this simple idea to our superheroes. What we saw in Black Panther was that the colonizers, the white Anglo-Saxon kind of superheroes that we're used to, they're all driven by collapse. They're all driven by some kind of negativity. But what's interesting about Black Panther, what I loved about Black Panther, that guy had flow. He lived, his superpowers were energized by flow, positive feelings. Let me show you what I mean. Batman. Batman's an easy character for us to look at. When we look at Batman and we think about psychologically what's happening inside of Batman, what drives Batman? What is his fuel that drives his superpowers? Anger. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. He's the Dark Knight because he has that same collapse that all the bad guys have. Luckily for us, he's channeling it into justice, but it's the same collapse. He's the same character as the bad guys he's fighting. That's why he's the Dark Knight. Spider-Man, one of my childhood favorite characters. He's a boy. He's an insecure boy. And because he's insecure, he has this collapse, this self-doubt that collapses him. At times, he can be expansive. Whoa, look at my superpowers. This is awesome. Bah. And then at other times, he's like, what did I just do? Oh my gosh. Or, will people like me? Do you like me? Or am I okay? And so Spider-Man is great, but he's also unsure of himself. That's a collapse. Let's look at a female character. How about Black Widow? Black Widow is totally collapsed. She's got shame. She's driven by shame. She's done a lot of terrible things in her life. She was an assassin, killing people, and now she feels bad about it. She regrets it. And it's that shame, wanting to make good for what she's done bad, that drives her. That's where her fuel comes from, this collapse of shame. Hulk's super easy. He's angry. Anger, Hulk, anger. Collapsed, right? Iron Man. Who doesn't love Iron Man? But who doesn't also know what drives Iron Man? Iron Man drives Iron Man. He's narcissistic. He's a little bit of an alcoholic. He has trouble getting along with other people. He's collapsed on himself. That narcissism, that self-focused, self-glorification drives him. Here's one that's going to stretch our thinking for a minute. Captain America. Right? Good guy. Good man. We think, what collapse is going on inside of him? Righteousness. Self-righteousness. Can you imagine being married to Captain America? I know he's hot and he's good looking and some of you imagine that. Really? Think about it. He comes home. Why are the dishes not done? This house looks like a mess. Or why didn't we do it this way? You know what we should do? We should do this because this is the right way. Could you imagine being married to that? Oh my gosh, that'd be awful. Even how he comes at fighting superheroes. There's the good guys and the bad guys, and there's no gray in between. There's no mercy in him. He has a righteousness, a self-righteousness to him that collapses him. Now, let's contrast that with the Black Panther. Again, I love the movie, love the character, because his character isn't collapsed. His character isn't narcissistic, isn't angry, isn't self-centered, isn't afraid, isn't insecure. He's not trying to overcome some kind of guilt or shame about himself or anybody else. And he doesn't have that righteousness that all the superheroes have. He understands other people. He has compassion for other people. Does he tolerate bad behavior? No. But he addresses it and then shows mercy, shows grace, shows understanding. That all of us have our demons. And does he understand that? Absolutely. Does he show compassion for that? Absolutely. He has love for other people, even people that do him wrong. He has compassion and mercy for people. He doesn't feel like all my enemies must be stamped out and destroyed. No. He doesn't have that. He operates totally and completely from flow. Love, kindness, care. Is he a powerful character? Absolutely. A truly powerful character. But there's no collapse in that. He jumps out of an airplane, he, does all that he does, and he is so cool about it. He's always so centered about it and so open about it. Now, homework for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to start being aware of you. Change happens in three steps. One, you got to recognize your patterns. You just got to. Two, once you recognize your patterns, then and only then can you interrupt the patterns. And only after you've interrupted your patterns can you replace your patterns. Today's homework, I just want you to recognize your patterns. Recognize your collapse. Recognize your energy. Feel it in your body. Tight, constricted, collapsed. Just notice it. Don't worry about fixing it. Don't collapse because you're collapsed. Oh my gosh, I'm so angry. I'm angry at my anger, or I'm anxious about being anxious. No. Show mercy to yourself. Just notice that you're collapsed. And even just noticing your collapse will help you begin to create flow. All right, so that's your homework assignment. Notice your own energy and just be aware of it. Don't judge it. Don't hate it. Don't even try to get rid of it yet. Just be aware of it. And if you want to learn more about how to create more flow in your life, subscribe to My 5 Minds. If you like the video, make some comments. I want to hear your thoughts and reactions about collapse and flow. Again, I'm Brett, your favorite shrink, and thanks for watching My 5 Minds. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.